Hello and welcome to the Total Sports with Monga. Sean Dyche, the Burnley, ex-Burnley manager who's sacked after a loss to Everton only, right? If I'm not wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody can correct me in the comment section here. But then is back to manage the club that just doesn't seem to be keeping managers anymore. People find it tough to keep players, but then they're finding it tough to keep managers to themselves. You can't even imagine, like it's not been that far in the future in the past that Carlo Ancelotti was the manager for Everton, and then they had to bring in Frank Lampard, who was sacked last week. And Sean Dyche, his name, along with Marcelo Bielsa, the two names that were kind of being touted for the next Everton job. But it seems it's a here we go for Sean Dyche to Everton as a new manager. And he's already kind of made his entry to the training grounds. He was already there today morning, kind of introducing himself to the players and trying to get as quickly, accustomed to the team as quickly as possible, and the team getting accustomed to him as well as quickly as possible. But it was a pretty interesting story. It was like two managers vying for the same job. Marcelo Bielsa from the Leeds United, amazing coach. Like the way they played, that they just revolutionized everything that they were doing. Leeds United just kind of seemed to be a very different club right now. Now, of course, he left, and then just in March came in. He's been kind of holding the fort for Leeds, but then that momentum and then kind of the mindset of winning against big teams, that kind of was struck by Bielsa. A beautiful a love affair there with the Leeds United fans and the coach. But Everton has been Everton has been kind of a very, very kind of shaky from some time. They need some more kind of more grounded and more like the dogmatic approach, if I might say. Nothing fancy, nothing kind of crazy, nothing like top four. They just kind of get the business and be the club that kind of makes it harder for other clubs to kind of come in and win. Make it harder for them to kind of and make them harder to kind of score goals as well, because they've been conceding a lot of goals with Lampard. A lot of open spaces as well while they were playing. Of course, they were trying to play more kind of not a counter, but then playing from the back and trying to move with the ball ahead, and then kind of catching the teams in the wide spaces as well. They've been also be kind of sadly they were not. Yeah, they lost Richarlison over the summer to Tottenham, and also Dominic Calvert-Lewin has been injured for the majority of the season. He's slowly coming back in. Anthony Gordon, their best favorite player, is now also already on a move out. So these are things these are facts that a coach needs to kind of remember when they has to deal with when things are happening and not going by the way that they expect it to go. So Anthony Gordon is already kind of out. It's a 40 million bid for Anthony Gordon. Let me see. Document assigned, also medical is completed for Anthony Gordon, who can finally considered as a Newcastle player. Well, a new manager comes in, the top scorer goes out. Not a great ending or not a great start for Sean Dyche, but then he's known for his approaches. And the main thing for Everton right now is to kind of stay in the Premier League. They're 19th with 20 games played, 15 points, and minus 13 on goal difference. Southampton is worse than them at it's actually the same points. They're tied with points. They're only down because of the goal difference there. Southampton minus 18 and Everton minus 13. Bournemouth, on the other hand, 17 points. Wolves on 17 points. West Ham on 18 points. It's a very tight battle here. The games will come thick and fast for Everton to kind of stay in the league. The next games that they have are pretty interesting as well. It's a home fixture for Arsenal, where they play on the 4th of Feb. Liverpool away on 13th of Feb. Leeds home. Aston Villa home. Nottingham Forest away. That and Brentford home. These are games that could be managed or salvaged. Arsenal, Liverpool, I would say that it will be hard. If they get a draw, that's a good point. But harder to kind of say how the game goes. But then Leeds, Aston Villa, Nottingham Forest, Brentford, they should not concede. They short draws in my mind, unless something really crazy happens, and then try for a victory. These are single points that they need to kind of grab to ensure that they are there for they keep themselves outside the relegation battle and actually stay in the Premier League. A lot of talk regarding Bielsa being why he was not kind of touted as his favorite choice, because, well, Bielsa he has a reputation of kind of going and restructuring the whole club in a way that, you know, he comes with his own staff, he comes with his own people who he trusts and how they want to get in the game, the analysis, and so on and so forth. And Everton was not interested to kind of change all of this, change everything in a way so quickly. And then that's kind of what they've been trying to do over the season now, and it's a mid-season as well, so you don't want to come in and kind of completely disrupt the whole structure of the club, and, you know, it's harder for then the players to kind of settle in. But we'll see what happens. Everton finally, you know, another manager comes in, Sean Dyche, known property in Premier League, understands the Premier League, understands how the business end of it needs to be done, has saved Burnley a couple of times from the relegation battle as well. Will be interesting to see how this goes. Do let me know what you think. Do you think it was a good signing, or Marcelo Bielsa would have been a better one? Of course, will Everton actually be in the Premier League next season, or do you think it's a lost cause already, and you know, they will be relegated? And it's good to be relegated, because then you kind of get a refresh, and, you know, you try. It's hard for the club, it's hard for the management as well, but then, you know, sometimes players need the kick in the back sometimes to kind of know that their performances have not been good enough. Let me know what you think. Looking forward to your comments in the comment section below. Do like the video, do share and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.